I don't know why. Okay.
What's going on, people? What's going on? This is the ATL Sports End Game where we ask the question, what's the end game? Listen, man, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We're getting ready to wrap up the work week and right
Mm.
before Veterans Day. So make sure, man, you salute all the veterans out there for their service. Hey, appreciate you, coach, for your service, man.
I appreciate
Like I said, I got to make sure I give my pops a shout out too,
it.
man. So, hey, all
Got
y'all
my arm
veterans out there,
twisted.
man, the therapist salutes you, man. Yes, sir. But before we get to the people in the comments section here, I'm gonna get to my brothers on the panel. To my left, we got the coach of coaches. We got Coach Unchained. Coach, what's going on, man?
What's going on, y'all? I'm back for at least tonight and tomorrow. But next week, whew, back at it again. I couldn't do a show
All
today because I
right.
ain't get off of time.
And right below him, we got Mad Mike Sports, aka Roscoe.
Be cold train.
One, one, yeah, one.
Mm.
It's 25 o'clock. That's what time it is.
25 o'clock.
But when you know I can't count to no goddamn 25.
25 o'clock.
Look, all you got to do is point to the 2 and the 5 on the clock. 25 o'clock.
Oh, that's good. I learned one new today. All
I
right,
know
you
25 on o'clock. I just had to think about it for a second. That's 25 on o'clock.
can read.
Got me thinking. I got digital. I forgot how to clock look.
And then we got the Georgia Reaper. You never know where he'll be. Big Will, what's going on, man?
What's happening? What's happening?
Nothing much, man. Well, let's go ahead and get to the people in the chat right quick. We got in first place, we got Wild MOF Jamal. Excuse me, I've been drinking sarsaparilla. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We got Georgia, Texas boy in the building. We got Daniel Berry Sports. He say, "What's up? What's going on, man?" We got Jonta Rozier. We got Cass T. What's going on? Nathan Floyd. T. Terry. Say Happy
What's
Veterans
going
Day,
on, T
Coach.
Terry?
We got my man Dre Murphy. What's going on, Dre? How you doing, man? We got John Sinclair. What's good? Dre Murphy. Yeah, man, we over here cutting up. Well, look, man, we gonna get right into it, man. Look, I know y'all probably didn't had a nice little long work week. Some of us probably still working. Will you
Mm.
you 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 out there on the road, bro?
Yeah, waiting on the last load right now. Pissed off
See,
like a
see,
motherfucker. Taking forever.
see. Will is about ready to take one of his spare tires off his truck and slap somebody.
Ugh.
Y'all make sure he don't do that now. We need him to come back.
I want to see him pick that motherfucker up. I'm gonna be impressed. I'm
Man,
gonna
them
I,
be
tires ain't that heavy, Colt. Them tires ain't that
shit.
heavy,
Okay.
that's with
Well,
or without the air.
he might be. Hey, that's a box truck tire you talking about. That not that damn tractor.
man. Have you
Birthday to Nathan. Happy birthday, Nathan.
Who
Happy
birthday? Oh,
birthday.
oh, okay.
Nathan.
Happy veteran. Hey, wait a minute. John
He
Sinclair said,
said Veterans
"Happy
Day.
Veterans Day." Veteran.
Veteran. Veteran.
But yeah, man. Look, what we gonna do right quick, man. Like, look, y'all been hearing it all week, but we just gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Manscaped. Uh,
Mm.
basically, Falcons versus the Cardinals.
Trojans.
What's in your wallet? But Big Will, man, I'm gonna start with you, man. What do you think we need to do to pull out this win? We got a couple injuries and everything like that, but hey, what do you think you think we need to do? Oh my gosh, didn't he just say sausage fingers? John Sinclair, you on one tonight?
Mm. D Cone ain't in here yet.
But yeah, man, what do you think we need to do to pull out the win, man?
Man, I've been screaming it the whole week, man. Just need Arthur Smith get out his own way, bro. He got to get out his own way.
I done told you about repeating the same shit. You want to talk to
Y'all ask the same question. I'm gonna tell you the same thing. What's up, man? But yo, I know we've been playing like the boss man been putting emphasis on the execution. Yeah, we got execution problem down here. But we got to be one of the dumbest coaching staff to keep putting the same motherfuckers who ain't executing out there on the field and expect them to do the same thing. But look, listen here. Now, the first 2 years, Arthur Smith can get away with having them out there. He get away with that them first 2 years, but because we were cap sprung, you know what I mean? But this year we had cap and capital, so we had enough to go get depth. So if these motherfuckers ain't execute, you need to sit their ass on the bench until they learn how important it is to execute when they're not getting the ball. They couldn't pull this on goddamn Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick had their ass on the bench quick. They couldn't pull this on Andy Reid. Andy Reid ain't going for that. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we keep seeing these coaches see these guys every day, if we seeing these guys not execute, why the hell are we putting them back out on the field without consequence?
Bill Belichick doing the same thing.
That's the question.
What'd you say,
That's
Mike?
the question we ain't asking ourselves, right? We ain't asking ourselves, why are they putting them back out there on the field and they not executing without consequence? We got depth this year. We can afford to sit Kyle Pitts on the bench. We got John New out there who can play, who can ball.
No, we can't.
If he's not executing to how you want him to execute, why the hell we keep playing him?
That's not true.
That's it. You can go to the next one, therapist. That's it right there. But hold on. I thought I was gonna go with Coach. But the biggest problem we got is turnover. We're the top 10 in turnovers. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody playing a video game? Gotta shoot some shit, ain't
Blackberry shooting in the sky in California.
But yeah, that's the number one issue we got right now. Turnovers. You know what I mean? Then we got the execution. Then we got situational play calling. So if we straighten this out, man, we good, bro. We've been shooting ourselves in the foot. Like I said, if these guys ain't execute, why not sit their ass on the bench?
Because they be sitting on the year.
All right, go ahead. Next we can go now.
Before we get to
Mike, right, you coming in and out.
I want to say what's up to Miss B. Everybody say hey to Miss B.
What's up, Miss B?
What's going on?
Hey, Miss B. Hello.
Hopefully, we won't have these damn bugs. StreamYard having some trouble, y'all. So just let me know if
that's better right there.
Got some feedback,
yeah.
That was your microphone. That was your microphone. We told you to keep that mic at your goddamn mouth.
Nah, it's Will hush. All right, because I'm gonna need you to find something else to say besides Arthur Smith every damn show.
Hey man, I tell y'all.
No, we need you to be intelligent, Will, not repetitive.
I just broke it down for you. I just broke everything.
You said that all dang on week.
No. I just what you said. You said
no, that's not what I said.
We are broadcasting here. Bye.
Mike, your microphone got echo, Mike.
Well, it's not my. It's StreamYard. They got, for whatever reason, they got. Yeah, y'all gotta blame Stream y'all for it. I'll be right back.
How do I sound, guys?
Well, you sound real good, Smithers.
Yeah, that's better.
Hey, but y'all know I love Uncle Smith, man. I love damn real. I was one of their biggest advocates. But I'm gonna tell the truth where it's at, bro. I'm gonna spit facts out how I feel it. You know what I mean? But y'all know I was one of the biggest backers for both of them guys, dog. But that benefit of the doubt going out the window now. You got to show me you know how to win. You know what I mean? I represent this logo. I'm still gonna rep them regardless. You got to show me you know how to win. Point blank.
What you got, Coach?
I'm gonna go on another little venture here. Is this team just who this team is? Could we just been overhyped? We understand we got the talent, but is this team really what we think they are? You see what I'm saying? Think about this. I'm gonna put something across you guys' mind. Everybody know Cal Pitts would have been that what they call him, the unicorn, right? He had a quarterback that's would have been this top guy too, right? He had this other wide receiver that would have Kansas City named Tony. That's would have been this guy here, right? Could it just been that system at that time? Think about it. Could it just been that system? I know Matt Ryan force-fed him. Matt Ryan force-fed the kid that first year. We know this for a fact. That's nobody can't deny that. Matt Ryan pretty much force-fed Kyle Pitts. But is he that guy who we think he is? Because he's not really. I'm not saying he's not showing it, but it's not showing on the field that he's that guy.
He's not that damn guy.
He's showing me diva traits, Coach. He got.
I don't think.
He
I
got
don't.
a
You know
little
what? No, I'm being serious about this. I don't think it's being diva, but he may not just be that guy we thought he was. And it happens, guys. It happens.
Saying that boy made some crazy catches, Coach. He got.
I can make a crazy. Hey, I can make a crazy catch. Shit.
He ain't making that catch out there, Coach, like that.
Listen, how many wide
Coach
receivers
athlete.
made crazy catches that we thought they was the greatest thing, but they wasn't shit.
Oh,
There's
dear,
a lot of them out there. So
yeah, that's
I love Cal. I want Cal to be that guy, but maybe he's not that guy.
What's costing us, Coach, is this fantasy football. What's costing us? They mad because they not getting this fantasy point because
I don't care about that. I don't know draft Falcons players anyway, so
these fans ain't fans. Y'all fantasy fans. That's what the hell y'all is. Fantasy.
I don't draft Falcons players.
So, well, you know what?
How many times we said that, Coach? Don't draft no Falcons. Don't you start
when we gonna start the bullshit, y'all? When we gonna start the bullshit?
Like everybody, like I'm a defender of a coach. I do. It ain't all on him. It's on this whole team, guys. It's on everybody. It's on.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say it like this: you cannot having heart or one play. You cannot put that on the stat.
We get to it, but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Save it in there.
Yeah, but not what it is. You can't put how much heart a player got on the stat sheet.
You can't put that.
What I'm saying? It's gonna show up. Yeah, right. So, in my opinion, it comes down to how bad do they want to score? How bad do they want to win? Because at this point in time, now you make a good point, Will. We got depth, we got talent, and we got a coach that can coach. And we know they need execution. But what goes behind all of that is heart. You gotta have the will to win games. You can have everything else. If you don't have the will to win games, you're not going to find a way to win, and you're not going to execute when it comes time to win. And that's what I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing that hunger from them.
Hey, boss man, you might not mute your while you ain't talking. That thing sound bad, Warren trying to talk over. What you saying, Warren?
Yeah, what I was saying is you cannot. There's no way to tell if a player wants it bad enough.
Yeah, Mike's
You
what's
know what I'm
called.
saying? Like, every sport that you play in, there's always a person on the team that really wants it bad. There's a person that wants it real bad, and he motivates his teammates. Be like, look, man, we got to get this win. We got to get this win. And I'm saying that because of something that Terrence Mathis said on the show, on his show. He was like, when we got into the red zone, we knew who was going to get the ball, and we knew we were going to score. And if you look at these games, because of all this BS that's been going on,
Everybody
they've
making the ball.
taken their focus off the game and winning the game, and they're more concerned about not making mistakes. And if you come into a game and you more concerned about not making mistakes, not losing the ball, then you ain't worried about winning. You just trying not. You just trying to look pretty. I need my team to go in there and be like, if we play ugly, fuck it. If you know what I'm saying, if it get a little disorganized, fuck it. But when we get in the end zone, we score it. You know what I'm
One more
saying?
question.
It comes down to habits and heart.
One more question. One. Do the Falcons have too much talent?
It's
Because
you know what?
think
I
about
ain't
this.
gonna go with that, Coach.
Hold on,
Like,
think about this.
you
Think
give-
about this. Think about this. Okay, I got a question for you. When you have too much talent as a coach, I'm gonna tell you, you're trying to make sure everybody's happy. You're trying to
I'm
make.
not gonna screen that, Coach, because like if we give this same talent to that same coach that we don't like, Kyle Shanahan, that motherfucker gonna put up 40 points a game.
Because his offense is similar to ours, but
Because he
Arthur
know how to
Smith,
cater to his player. He know how to cater to them. He know how to get them open.
But
He know how to scheme them
but
open.
you gotta
He
understand.
don't get outside himself.
You gotta understand too. Well, Kyle Shanahan's been a head coach longer than Arthur Smith has too, so he
But
can
Arthur
lean
Smith
on his
been
experience to a certain degree.
Arthur Smith been in coaching for over 17 years. So he's
He's
been
been
in coaching for a minute.
He's
been
been
in
in
NFL.
coaching, but has he been a head coach for that long? See, it's different from being in coaching than being a head coach. Now, Shanahan's been a head coach longer than Arthur Smith has.
It
So
ain't even
there's
that.
certain
It's just Kyle Shanahan. He grew up with the coach. He grew up with a head coach, so he has more experience just watching his dad.
right.
Arthur Smith's dad was behind that corporate line. It's a different thing.
But
It's
that's
different
the point I was getting to, though, Coach.
Now,
They
now,
all
look,
run the
now,
West Coast offense.
to a
The
degree.
West Coast offense runs off the run to open up the pass. So it's just like I said earlier, he was trying too hard to please the media, bro. He was trying too hard to please the fans. Just call your plays. The ball gonna find the open man every time. That's period. Football not hard, bro.
Mike, you all right?
Who the hell keep on muting me?
Yeah, Mike. It's like whenever somebody talk, it goes straight to your microphone.
The way they said it's got something to do with the Android phones. So if you got an Android phone, a lot of times you'll have echo. Yeah. But what we gonna do now? I'm gonna jump into this next topic right here, cause this right here, this kind of goes off the back of what we was just talking about. My question is, will we see the return of the Dirty Birds, or what I like to call the 7 and 10 Pigeons? Because we can't be doing the most 7 and 10s now. If we really talking about trying to win now, we are going to have to find a way to win. Coach, I'm gonna go with you first on this one. What you think about that?
Dirty birds. Pigeons. I ain't eating no chicken and I had fish. Let me think. Oh my god, this is a tough question. I'm trying to. What I want to see, I'd rather see the Dirty Birds. Right now, we in that pigeon stage right now. I guess you want to call it. So, I don't eat pigeons.
I
However,
don't either.
now we still got to think about this. We still got four more games against our division, right?
Yeah, FOMO.
I think we can beat
Right.
every team in this division. I think we can put. I ain't gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say like I said last week. It should be a guarantee. I ain't guaranteed shit no more.
Cool.
None
I
else.
think we beat everybody left on our schedule. But
We should beat everybody left on our schedule.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We should be.
Yeah.
right.
But if we stay in this same funk we can't, like you said, I ain't gonna say out of Arthur Smith's way. This team needs to be. We're not disciplined. All this
Right.
falls on discipline, and it does fall back on the coach not having a disciplined team. I don't think last 2 years we was more disciplined than this team right here.
Exactly. We was at the top of the league. We was one of the least penalized
Least
teams
penalized
last
team
year.
the last 2 years. But somehow the reference fell off. Money came in people's pocket, and like I said, the whole defense is pretty much new.
Mm-hmm.
But the offensive line is same guys that were there last year, except Bergeron.
Yeah.
And I hate to say our right side has regressed a little bit. It has. Don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys talk about right up the middle. We didn't run up the middle that much last year. All our stuff was off between tackle and guard. We didn't run up the middle a lot last year. I hear you guys talk about two back. Go ahead, one.
Well, if you look at it, like, okay, coach, I'm gonna use your situation for an example. You you military, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a goofy question, but I'm going somewhere with it. You military, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long did you serve?
A little bit over close to 10.
Okay. What is the identity of your branch that you serve? What's the identity of the Army?
Of the Army?
Yeah, because I know each brand's got their own perspective identities, but they are armed forces.
We were more of my unit or the Army itself?
The Army itself.
The Army itself. The Army itself is after Marines going in, the Army is the cleanup crew.
Okay. So you got the Marines touchdown first. They go in. They
Army
pretty much they punch you in the mouth. The Army go in and clean up behind them.
Yeah. Security.
Okay.
Pretty much
Right.
what the Army is, security.
So at times when you get in situations when you get overwhelmed or whatnot, or sometimes people it don't seem like what you like if you take your platoon in, your company in, and it seemed like y'all kind of get away from stuff or stuff get difficult, you always lean on what the identity of your perspective
What your
armed
job
forces.
is, yes.
Right. That's where I'm going with.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going with. The Falcons for the last 2 years had an identity that they were, if you want to say creating or trying to stick to, is what kept them in games. Because when games got out of hand, they rallied around that identity. And you've seen it in 2 games. In the Cleveland game and when we played the 49ers. When it looked like the other team was beginning to build momentum, we got back to our identity, which helped us pull off the win. This season, it's all over the place. One game we running the ball, the next game we throwing it, the other game we showcasing players. This one we showcasing the kicker. You know what I'm saying? We trying to do jet sweeps and we trying to do curl routes. We are not doing anything consistently because we're not sticking to the identity that got us the wins. I don't care who you put in place. I don't care how good they play. I don't care what numbers they put up. If you're not sticking to the identity and that's the complete team, then you have nothing to rally behind when you start losing. Because what happens is then the coach says, okay, well, I'm going to try this play. If that don't work, we're going to try this play. Now you're trying to figure it out. You should figure it out before you come on the field. So if you got an identity, okay, this ain't working. We're going back to running the football. We're going back to what we do best. And we made it a point that nobody runs the ball better than the Falcons. That's what we said the last 2 years. We've gotten away from that because we've listened to the media for so long. Now we think we need to throw it. We're not an air raid offense. We're a run first.
I understand that, but I want to make a point on that. What you just said, that I'm going to just rebuttal just a little bit. Those 2 years that we're talking about, we had that identity to run the ball, right? Why was that? We had no wide receivers to throw the ball to.
That's correct. I won't disagree with you on that. That's correct.
So, and this is just my thinking. I'm not ultimate personal shrink. He's feeling like he has the right receiver, he can throw the ball. That's why you see him in the pass plays. I hate to say that. He feels like he has the wide receivers to throw the ball. However, because he didn't have those guys before, he's feeling that I need to be more balanced. Because we was run the ball. He's trying to make it balanced.
Yeah, because we were past the first year. We ran the second year.
Is it working? No.
Right.
But as a coach,
now
you have to continue to do what you have in your plan. That's his plan, to be more balanced.
Mm-hmm.
I know the passes don't look
Coach,
great. Go ahead.
Now, what you saying that?
Mm-hmm.
And you say you want to be more balanced. If the team looks like they're not, all right. What I would say is not necessarily not working, because, like you said, yes, he wants it more balanced. But in my opinion, you start off with what worked the last couple years, but then you start using that passing game as a wrinkle. You get what I'm saying? You use the passing game as a wrinkle to throw off the defense. The defense knows you're gonna run the ball, and when you do that, you do that to break them, because they know, okay, we can't stop this. But now, periodically throughout the downs, you throw in a pass play. Yeah, you throw in a pass play to make them be like, wait a minute, they can throw the ball now. So now you not only got your fronts, your linebackers guessing, now you make your DB room guess. And that's what I'm saying. It's nothing wrong. You ain't got to just go strictly with the run game. But if you're going to implement the passing game, it should be in wrinkles. It should be here and there until you start seeing that passing game is just as strong as your run game. Because what we did, we said, okay, for these set of downs, run plays. Or if we don't see by the third down that this run play is working, we just going to go throw it. And by that time, we behind the chains. So now you're not playing your game, you're playing panic ball. And the defense knows it.
All right. Let me ask y'all a question. The West Coast offense in general is a balanced offense, right?
Not really.
What, Coach?
In theory.
Yeah. They run the ball to set the pass up. Arthur Smith, when he got Bijan out there, how many times do Bijan run up the AB gap?
He doesn't. This offense is not a AB gap running offense.
Yes, it is. Coach.
Hold on, let me finish. This offense here is a zone read offense. It's not a run up the middle. This is not Derrick Henry.
What hole do Algier run up?
Algiers run up the middle. He runs whatever the hell the ball goes. He don't run up the middle all the time. Algiers runs off between the B gap, C gap. He doesn't go A gaps a lot, guys.
Look at the his runs go AB, Coach. Most of his runs go AB. Most of his runs go outside.
Listen, most of his runs go between the guard and the tackle. That's a B gap.
Yeah, because that's what they call it. That's what they call it, and that's what we are explaining to everyone.
Exactly.
That's exactly what we are trying to tell you. Is that you need to establish the run up the middle more so that you can open up those off-tackle plays. So you can open up those passing plays like Warren is trying to explain. You have to design the plays. You have to design the run game better to suit the strengths of the backfield and to suit the strengths of the offensive line. That's the whole point that we're trying to make.
But you cannot run the middle if your center's getting pushed into the back of the damn backfield. You can't do it.
You can't do what?
You can't do it. If your center's getting pushed back, your line is already stopped.
Your center, I don't know what are y'all watching when y'all watch Drew Dalman?
Your center is being stuck right there.
Drew Dalman, he might have 1 to 2 plays. Well, yes, he might get blew up or he let somebody put a move on him. But that's any offensive lineman.
That is true.
They're going to get them 1 to 2. For the most part of the game, Drew Dalman is blocking his behind off.
He blocks well. He's actually one of the best blocking centers in the game.
If you go back and look at some film, I went back because everybody said Drew Dalman looking like ass. So I went back and looked at some film, and he actually does a good job. And I actually put some up like we like 8%. Under 8% rushing some shit that I had. I posted it in the chat.
That's
for the pass. So that offensive line can't be that bad if we're under 8%.
Here's what I'm gonna say about it.
Go ahead.
Here's what I was gonna say. What you was talking about, Will. When you got 2 different backs, like when we had Caleb Huntley and we had Tyler Algier, those 2 are bruisers. So those guys are your traffic backs. Those guys gonna bust through the line and carry men with them. What people have to understand about Bijan, he's more deadly in space, which means Bijan needs a lane, or he needs to be out beyond the line of scrimmage in order to really do his damage. If you try to run him up the middle on a lot of defenses because they know how effective he is at being shifty, you gotta have a lead blocker on him. Because 9 times out of 10, if he gets a crease, yes, he'll make you miss. But if you don't have a lead blocker on him, I would say 50% of the time they're going to stuff it. They're going to stuff him because they know, okay, we can keep him from getting going. Okay, we can stop him. We can get 1 or 2 yards. All right, whatever. They already have it established in their mind. Tyler Algier, half the damn line gonna have to stop it. They're gonna have to try to stop him because if not, once he get going, he gonna carry 2-3 men on his back. So one thing K-Styles said to me, and I'm still agreeing with him on this, when you have a lot of these run plays, a lot of times you have to move the pocket. What that does is it helps Dahlman when he gets when he gets frazzled. Also, it helps Heineke because Heineke don't have to do that much. Also, what it does is it creates lanes for either Bijan to run, or if necessary, you can run Tyler Algier to the outside if you should choose to. A lot of time, Dahlman gets blown up when we're basically stationary. When we're not moving that pocket, when he gets.
No. I can't.
Let me get it, Rich. Let me get it before you get it. I know you finna go on. I don't
know what in the hell y'all been watching.
Like what I've been saying most of the year, dog. We need to have.
Hey, look. Hey, we can agree to disagree. That's fine.
We need to have 70% 2-back sets, bro. Out there, we need to have that, bro. Like, we need to have a lead block out there. We need to have 2-back set up out there because we're too predictable of how we use our 2-backs. When we put Algier in now, the defense is already set up. Oh, he coming up the middle. We're gonna pile that middle up. When Bijan out there, they already on the outside waiting for him. So soon he touch the ball, they already there. We need to have more flexibility in our backfield, dog. We're not doing that because we're having single set backs in the backfield.
So how do you account for the RPO?
That's what I'm. Huh? Yes.
So how do you account?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you account for the RPO? Because Now, Coach, correct me if I'm wrong. How often have we used the RPO in these last couple games?
We used it a couple times last week, just a couple, not a lot. Reddy did it the last game where he was kicked out. It's not.
So
It's
we
not. It's
haven't
not.
really.
It's the RPO is not part of his offense. It's not part of Arthur Smith's offense.
But that pistol set is. How many times have we seen the pistol set?
But it worked. It worked the last couple of years though. That's
right.
You guys have missed the point.
But that's more than one back, right? That's more than one back in the pistol set, right?
No, one. It's one. It's one. You don't have. See, y'all gotta. How do I put this? Today's NFL, fullback is there. He's there for short yard downs, right? They're not there for running every play. Every play. They're not there for that no more. If they do that, they got to pay those guys more money. That's why they're not getting paid as much now. This is a business. This ain't college. This ain't high school no more. This is a business. So the more these guys gonna play, the more they got to get paid. Fullback is a limited position, and we're looking at it. We're looking at it as a. I understand we're all fans. We're looking at it as what you would do. The NFL ain't made that way no more. How many teams you see got a fullback in every play? You said 70%.
Well, it's not that.
Hold on, let me
how many times
but
have they flexed the tight end in, though, Coach?
That's flexing. That's different.
But
That ain't
it's
the
still
same.
two backs back there.
But he's not going up the middle. He's going to the outside. He's not running up the middle. That tight end is not running up the middle.
I know San Francisco used that fullback. That fullback, you know his
but
name.
not every play. Christian McCaffrey's back there a lot by himself. He's not a two-back offense the whole time.
He rarely by himself. I seen him flex tight ends back there.
But they're not going up the middle.
Where
are they going? Not up the middle.
Let me ask you a question, Coach.
Go ahead, Black Man.
You're a coach.
Go ahead.
You're a coach. What side of the ball? You coach both sides of the ball, right?
Correct.
All right. Week before, during the week of setting up for a game or preparing for a team, you're going to watch film on the team's defense, right? If you're coaching offense, you're going to watch film on the team defense, and you're also going to compare to what teams did to your offense prior games, right?
Correct.
Okay. So, if I can turn on an all 22, not as a professional at all, never coached a day in my damn life. All I did was play the game. And I can turn on the all 22 for every week. And I see that defenses are sitting on off tackle plays. They're going to make sure that there's at least one more guy that you're not going to be able to block, which means that's going to be the guy that's going to have a free. He going to be free to attack your ball carrier on that off tackle play, right?
Gotcha.
That means you're telling that single back, you're telling him you have to make this guy miss or you have to break this tackle. If we're running plays that are designed in that manner for about 40-some% of the run plays, if I had to give a percentage, somewhere in the 40 percentile, if we're doing that, that's not fair to that running back, and it's also not good game planning in the run game because you're telling that back, you got to make this guy miss. You got to run. You got to make this guy miss in some kind of way. You got to break this tackle. If this guy doesn't get washed out, which he's probably not, because defenses are prepared for it, then that's what me and Will are saying. But now you have to design plays to open up those opportunities.
And I agree with you. Okay, we're saying the same thing. I'm not in disagreement with what you guys are saying, but I'm okay. I'm thinking about the business part of the thing. This is the business, guys. You guys got to realize copycat league. I understand they watch. The thing about the defense watch film also, and they do adjust. You understand what I'm saying? It's hard to explain because if you look at any football team now, they're killing the A gaps. The A gaps are full. They are full. If all linemen can't block these guys, it's useless. It's useless. That's all I'm saying. It's useless.
Hey, Cole.
And all guys haven't been able to block these guys in the middle. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, y'all. Let me ask y'all this. We know Derrick Henry gonna run the ball all the damn time, though, right?
But Derrick ain't going to the middle either, though. He ain't going to the middle. Derrick Henry is going off tackle. Every play. He does not. Look at his offense. Derrick Henry is not going to the middle unless it's short yardage.
I saw him go.
Look at it. I want you to go look at it. Derrick Henry is off tackle a lot. I promise you. Go look at it. Please look at it.
But the point I was talking about, though, they run the ball, Coach. They run the ball.
Maybe their offensive line is better than our offensive line. Y'all see, y'all. Apparently it was.
He is running off tackle a lot, but you got to understand something also. The reason why Cordell Patterson has success when he does get the opportunities, because he's 6'2", 225 pounds. Derrick Henry 6'4", 240 pounds.
Big man.
So them arm tackles off the edge, they running through arm tackles. They making the first contact miss. So those big guys with that stature, they have a little bit of an advantage.
Exactly. People scared to hit their big ass. You're right.
Now, as far as with Tyler Algier, we know Tyler Algier is a little wrecking ball, but Tyler Algier ain't built like they are.
Plus, he don't have that speed.
But once he gets his feet turning north or south, then we know he hard to bring down.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So the lateral plays, it's too much lateral plays for me from what I'm seeing. We doing too much lateral. We need to do more north and south. And that's what me and Will talking about with the A and the B gap. You might not get 4, 5 to 6 yards in the beginning. You might just get 2 to 3. But we know that this offensive line in the backfield can wear down defenses and open up those opportunities on the outside that you're looking for.
Right. And that goes back to the point, like, why did CP only have 2 touches last game? Can somebody please explain that to me? He had 1 pass and 1 run.
Because
he had a big run that was called back, and he didn't see the ball again. No more the game.
Well, here's one thing about it. When you have a player that, I hate to say it, that's a favorite, you're going to try to lean on that player more so, and that's what's happening. It's one thing to lean on a player because, hey, everybody else wants to see him. But it's another thing to have, like you said.
Oh my Lord! What a fucking miss! Wow.
You got to lean on what works first, and this is why I go back to what I've said before. You got to lean on them veterans first, and then you let the rookies bring up the rear, because veterans got the experience, and they also have the ability to set the tone. The rookies bring up the rear because of the simple fact they got their youth, they got their explosiveness. And they can see the veterans kind of give them a little nudge on, okay, this is how you do this. We started doing that in the beginning of the year. You know what I'm saying? We started doing it in the middle of the year. But anytime you showcase a player in any sport, especially football, the way it's designed, you gotta know what he can and can't do. I know Bijan's not a big dude, and you got to think about it. A lot of these guys we got on the team ain't even grown into their grown man body yet. You gotta understand that. Kyle ain't got his grown man body. Bijan ain't got his. Tyler ain't even got his. So you gotta understand. You gotta set it up to where, okay, if I know Tyler good for them short yards, or he's not fast on it, yeah, I'm gonna have to set something up to get him going.
But also, guys,
go ahead, Coach.
One more thing. We're blaming the play calling going outside. We need to blame these damn tight ends who ain't blocking with for shit too.
I can agree with that.
Kyle Pitts ain't about to block the Neil Hunter on no 1 yard line.
It ain't even just that play.
That ain't finna happen.
It ain't even just that play. It's a lot of plays Cal whip blocks against fucking cornerbacks and everything. He whips on blocks, dude.
They go back to what we said earlier, Coach. Why we still put him out there if he ain't execute like you want him to execute?
Which is fine. You're right, Dan. You're right about that. But what I'm saying is, you guys talk about some of these plays that go outside. A lot of them working for these goddamn tight ends with block. Because these guys are wide open. Just like
your
last
best
year.
blocking tight end on the bench.
He must ain't doing something in the practice or something.
No, it like you saying. It like y'all been saying about the business part.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's like y'all been saying. But this is my thing, Warren, before you move on. This my thing. We done been bamboozled. We done been hoodwinked. Because we was under the impression that they didn't give a damn about the business side of things when it came to who you play.
He didn't talk the word right out my mouth right. I was just finna hit that. I was just finna hit that.
Haven't I told y'all that before? It's all about the business. How long have I been saying
have said it? You said it before.
Business, man. I hate to say that, but it's about that business. Money talks. The rest of that stuff is like candy. You can chew that and back to the bubble every day.
You still can play your star player.
Should.
He got to have all the goddamn touches.
Like you said, you should have your best player like that blocking for your people.
Right.
You should. So, but it's not happening. So, but
and this all right, we halfway through. We're almost at the hour mark. But this topic right here is going to chime in exactly what we was talking about. And I actually got a graphic for this right here because I want you guys to take a look at this. This right here is the sports media and sports betting world not seeing eye to eye. And the reason why I asked that question, because there was something interesting that popped up in the chat today, and I wanted to want y'all to take a look at this. It said, per Dove Climbing, he said, report ESPN will ban insiders such as Adam Schefter, Adrian Wojnarowski,
basketball.
And other betting on leagues and sports like the cover. ESPN wants to prevent confidential information from insiders like Woj and Adam Schefter from being used for betting purposes.
They're the first one to tell you who's in, who's out, and if he hurt or he ain't hurt. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that earlier today.
It's like what I said last night, one on your show on Dirty Bird Thursday, one. What did I say? The folks that's in cahoots with one another, they going behind each other back and can't make up their minds on what they want to put out there in the world to draw the masses into. They in dismay with one another because you complained about Drake London and Pitts getting targets early in the season, but Bijan, folks done put a lot of money on Bijan in these betting on these betting sites with Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
but you let them talk, you let the sports media talk shit about targets going to other folks outside of Bijan. So when Bijan stopped getting a little bit of attention and they started getting more, then you made an uproar about that in the sports media. So make up your damn mind.
See, the thing is, they can't make up their mind because they don't know how it's going to go. Because for them to know how it's going to go would suggest that they control the game. And
technically they do.
As not to expose ourselves, we have to act like we don't know. See, because K Styles went over the numbers, and if you guys, what we say, sometimes you got to follow the money. Why you think they made such a big fuss about it, even when DraftKings had to give all that money back? The thing is, when you deal with stuff like that, that's the part of the business don't nobody want to talk about. That's the part of sports don't nobody want to talk about. And for us being Falcon fans, knowing that we have seen a bunch of controversy in championship games prior, everybody is always looking at the media and stuff like that with the side eye. And see, Mafi right here said it. Said something
Yeah.
real interesting. He was like, gambling controls the narrative. 2 points, 2.5 or 3-point winner to Arizona. We see how much we score.
Can I mention something on this right here?
Yeah.
If you look at our last couple games we played, we haven't had anything over 2.5 or 3 points. And Vegas win no matter what you do on that bet.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what you do on that bet right there, Vegas is gonna win. Especially with the 2.5 point. It has to be 3 points or it has to be 2 points.
Right. Ain't no such thing as a half
point. They win no matter how you look at it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And with the Falcons, people that have been, especially the last couple of games, what all our games been, 1 point, 2 points, so on and so on. And and I can say, are we the same team we were last year? Yes and no. Because if you say no, we don't look as more competitive. But as far as scoring points, we're always 1 point away. We're always 1 score away. We've been that way for the last 3 years. So we actually are the same team, but we just don't look competitive like we have in the past. And we turn the ball a lot more and we have more penalties. So it's crazy, man. So y'all talk about Vegas. Yeah, Vegas control a lot of stuff in football. They do.
So in other words, because we get bet against a lot, they gonna keep us. They gonna keep us at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's what the referees come.
So we ain't gonna win shit, y'all. Is that the case?
It's a game, man. It's that. I hate to say that Super Bowl fucked us.
You making me hate. You making me hate it right now. You making me hate football right now.
But see, the thing is, this is why we say we have to play our game. See, if you know you're in a situation where it ain't favorable, no matter what you do, you got to play.
Now you bringing it home. Now you bringing it home, one. Now you bringing it home.
If you say, hey, look, because if you know we got to play against the refs, if we got to play against Vegas, if we got to play against our opponent, then the first thing you need to do is say, okay, well, what did we do that made everybody fear us? Well, we was a gritty football team, so you got to stick with being gritty. You know what I'm saying? However they did it, because I'm gonna say something I ain't said before. There is such thing as a gritty passing game. It just ain't no 40. It ain't no Hail Marys into the end zone. That just ain't us. You're gonna have to play. You're gonna have to play gritty football, run the ball. You may have to
Tom
check
Brady
it down.
is the
you may
example
have to
of
do the RPO.
gritty pass game. Tom Brady.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
What
you want to do is whatever you do, you gotta wear the defense down. Because if you notice, when you check the ball down, you wear the defense down. Because now you got your DBs going all over the place trying to figure out what you're gonna do. When you run the ball, you wearing that front line down, you wearing them linebackers down. Why? Because they trying to stop blunt force trauma. You gotta wear them down. When you wear the defense down, then you can get pretty. Then you can make a miss. Then you can go over the top of their head with ease. But you gotta play gritty football. So if you want that tough guy mentality, let everybody know, look, regardless of what they telling us, we're gonna play our game. Because why? We already behind the 8 ball. We behind the 8 ball before we get on the field. I'm gonna tell you right now, they've already determined that the Falcons are going to lose before we get to Arizona. So we gotta go to Arizona and take their cookies. We can't go in there being gentlemen.
Did y'all know about this website they finna launch? This app? ESPN gonna have a betting app.
The ESPN betting app,
yeah.
They come out on the 14th.
First time I heard about that. I didn't know.
But see, it's funny that comes on. Yeah, you see that comes on the heels of the DraftKings debacle where they had to give all that money back.
Right. Well, it's been in the work for a while.
Yeah, but
Maybe
it's
maybe
convenient
they
they
called
put it
Atlanta
out
and said,
now.
"Don't play Bijan, make them lose the money." I don't know. I'm just.
Well, now what that was simply Arthur Smith saying, you know what, screw the numbers. They see the numbers. He said, I'm gonna play the game my way. It just didn't come out in his. It just didn't. It wasn't. He didn't get the win to go with the choice he made, and that's something he'll have to live with that. But the
Hey,
season ain't over.
that's why I
It
say
ain't.
I need him to
I
take on
mean,
that.
be honest with you, we could be the Panthers. You could be 1-8.
It gonna look
We
like
won the
Hunger
eight,
Games out
It
here
really could
after a
be
while.
1-8. Like,
It gonna look like Hunger Games out here after a while. That's what it gonna look like.
yeah,
I'm gonna go on the limb. I'm gonna say something y'all ain't gonna like.
I mean, but
Falcons going to Vegas. We going.
what you
Watch. I told y'all Usher gonna be there. I'm telling
what?
y'all. I'm telling y'all. Y'all laughing, man. I'm telling y'all. I see some turnaround stuff. I hate to say it. I see it. I feel that.
I've got hey with everything, y'all. With everything. That because even though I think the situational play calling need to be better, players do need to execute better by not turning over the damn ball so damn much.
Sticking
With all that being said, if we don't turn the ball over, we win these games.
Every one of them.
Yeah.
All except the Lions game. We only had one turnover in that game.
Right.
But if we just protect the damn ball, we win.
And stop having so many damn penalties on first down.
In so many penalties. That's it.
Yeah. So when we go in the game now, we got to play smart football. Right.
Yes.
From here on out, we have to play smart football.
No, they got to be
it's
more.
Not about.
It ain't even smart. It's about being disciplined. Smart ain't got nothing.
Discipline.
Discipline.
Yeah, discipline. There you go. Yeah.
Well, there's no discipline in this damn team. They be pissing me off.
And that goes back to what I said. If you got an identity that you can rally behind, being that way, if you're gonna have a run first type mentality, you got to be disciplined in order to do that, because everybody has to support the player that's running the ball. You know what I'm saying?
You seen how tired Tennessee was?
They was exhausted.
You seen how tired Tennessee, the Minnesota was. I mean, you see how tired they was on that drive that just scored on. And we ran the ball like we ran it like 5 or 6 times straight.
No more than that. I think we
on that drive.
That whole series almost. Yeah.
We ran that whole series.
That whole series.
Imagine if you start the game like that. Imagine how gassed they'll be by the third quarter, by the end of the third. And I'm not saying don't throw the ball. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is set up those passing lanes with the run game up you know what? Hey, it is what it is at this point. I feel like I'm wasting my damn breath. They can't hear me. They don't hear me. They'll hear me. So why the hell? Why the hell am I even wasting my breath?
Since we on the wasting our breath, I'm gonna waste my breath one more time saying that.
Oh.
Hey man,
Big wheel.
I need him to take on that Kirby Smart mentality. Cause you know what Kirby Smart got? He got a standard set in place. I don't care how many players leave. I don't care what coaches leave. It always seems like Georgia's still at the damn top every damn time because he got a standard in place. And he don't give a fuck about the media or fan base got to say about it. That's what I need Arthur Smith to be on. He need to be on some Kirby Smart shit.
Well, he did cut that mustache. Maybe he come back to normal shit. It may touch the brain cells out or something.
I mean, right about now, man.
Stop going on Pat McAfee show for
now.
a little bit. Cut out Pat McAfee a little bit.
I'm gonna tell you right now, we in wait and see mode. So this right here, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave it. If they want to win the game, they will find a way to win.
I'm gonna tell you this: if they start looking like a fool, I'm gonna cut my broadcast short.
Well, bald-faced Art is back. We got bald-faced Art back, so everything about to turn around, y'all. We got bald-faced ass Art back. We got him back. He's back now.
He needs to become an asshole again. Stop being a nice guy. Start looking at the camera more. Stop putting his head on the damn ground. I hate people who put their head on the ground. You know they tell a lie when they put their head on the ground.
Yeah, I hate when they put their head to the
look,
look. Put your chin up,
if
man.
he gonna go in the game, I'm put it like this: whatever he decide he gonna do, stick to it. Win, lose, or draw, stick to it. If you're gonna run and piss out the ball, do
Maybe
it.
he
If you're
don't
gonna
get
try to be
Bijan the ball
balanced,
again.
do it.
Then last time we didn't get the ball, he won the game.
Well, it's all about how you showcase him.
It's about the
all
rhythm.
about how you showcase.
He don't have no rhythm, but how he uses his talent. That's the problem. Situational play caller, man.
I will say this though. I will say this, and we was doing a little bit of research on this. The guy that we have in the front office, not so much the front office, but I guess around the coaches or whatnot, played with Taylor Heineke as a wide receiver. So he knows Taylor Heineke's tendencies. He knows Taylor Heineke. He knows what he likes, what he doesn't like. And the one thing that was mentioned was Taylor was good with the RPO. So I know that's not initially a part of his plan, but you have a different quarterback. Now you have to implement other things that complement his skill set.
Also, think about this. So Marcus Mariota was better in RPO too.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Coach, I swear you in my head. I was just about to tell
think
that.
About this. When we did the RPO with Marcus looked better. But once you start trying to make Marcus a quarterback,
the difference between him is Heineke can throw, but in my opinion, if you're going to do something like that, you need to have him check the ball down for a good portion of the game. If you're going to do that, you don't need him.
But they can't get it knocked out the air. He was trying to get it knocked out the goddamn air.
Well, first of all, Coach. First of all, if I know I'm playing against linemen that's kind of tall, you can't be throwing that ball almost over the top of their head. You got to put a little bit of height on that ball. Because some of them balls, he was trying to sidearm that bad boy. And I was like,
hey, and what's crazy, Warren, they practice this in the goddamn practice. They practice folks beating down the ball. That's crazy.
Well,
you still get your shit beat down in the game, man.
Well, the thing is, like you said, for him right now, do the RPO. Just do the RPO and see how he do. But do not totally go away from the run game. You gotta get your guys going. You know what gets Tyler going. Find a way to get him going. You know what I'm saying? Even if you gotta put Cordell Patterson in for a couple plays to kind of get that that rhythm going, do that. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Every time you put Cordell Patterson in and Tyler's in the game, that's almost like Tyler's turbo. When he see Cordell get some yards, he like, yo, I got to get some yards. He's been like that ever since he got on his team. So put him in there. Let him get started. Get Tyler all worked up. Let him go and go from there. There's nothing wrong with it.
Well, where you want to see them do RPO in the red zone? You want to see them do it more in the red zone? Because between the 20s, we ain't got no issues.
Right. See, I'm just a proponent of find a way to run over somebody in the end zone or do something, because I can't bludgeon you down to the one and then pat you on the back. That's not gonna work.
How about this one?
Down to the one.
How about this? How about you just run that shit up between them two some bitches you just paid all that money to in the offseason? How about you just do that? How about you let them block north instead of moving lateral so damn much in the red zone with them? Let them boys put their foot side to side. How you do it, Cole? How them linemen do it? They touch them feet. They touch them feet. They get ready to bulldoze straight ahead. And you just run it up between 63 and 77. You just run it up between their ass. You just run it up behind their asses. If you gonna get 4 here, 3 there, hell, do that. Do 3-4-3. 3-4-3-3. Do that all the way into the damn end zone. 3-4-3-3. All the way into the damn end zone.
Well, you know what, too?
And then if you want to get sexy, You got a 6'7" tight end. You got a 6'8" tight end. You got a 6'5". You got 2 6'5" wide receivers. You got a 6'3" or 6 foot, however tall he is, Jonnu Smith. How about some more passes to the back of the end zone for them towers to go up and get? How about that?
Tell me about
it. This shit really not complicated. It really not complicated.
Normally you're supposed to do 2 things in the end zone. You either need to confuse the shit out of them, or you need to just beat the shit out of them. You can't be getting pretty with it at that point, because the defense has no space, and that's what you use against them. If you own the one, hell, you got to sneak the quarterbacks. Do something. If you own the one, damn it, your man gonna have to stop my man straight up. I'm not going laterally unless I'm trying to do a trick play or something like that, where our shift goes right and we go left and we run it into the end zone. Other than that, you just straight up just say you got to just stop us physically. Because the theory is, if I'm wearing your defense down as I'm marching you down the field, by the time you get to the end zone, you too tired. Because one thing I can tell you, a tired defensive lineman don't go laterally that well. That's in theory. But if you just patty caking them down the field, by the time you get to the end zone, them boys rested.
You said defensive lineman?
Yeah.
I need my defensive lineman to be able to move lateral real damn well.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You want defensive lineman that can move laterally.
That's what I'm saying. But you know this good well. When you tired, you don't feel like going lateral. That's just not your friend. You trying to do one or 2 things. You trying to hold the line. You ain't trying to do this. Them hips is like, no, we ain't ready for that yet. So this is why we say our staple is the run game. In my opinion, our staple is the run game. But we need to add to it. We got a different quarterback now. We need to just basically start arranging the pieces on the chessboard so that it works in our favor. We can't play like everybody else now. We got to play like us. Now, if that happens on Sunday, that's
for Mike, though. Make sure I say this for them. And players, make sure you execute. Okay? Execute the plays.
I like them pussy wusses.
Or sit your ass on the bench. Just like
that.
Well, look, man, we hitting the hour. We ain't gonna be too long, man. We're gonna go ahead and wind it down. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like you said, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Make sure you check out the Rex Pit on Thursday. With Blackberry the Rex. Make sure you check out Big Will, Everything Atlanta Sports. Coach, make sure you check him out, especially
I'll be on in the morning.
Saturdays. Coach will be on in the morning, and like I said, we'll have Coach will be doing live on Sunday with the game. We'll be doing pre-game and post-game shows, so make sure you guys tune into that. I'm the therapist ATL. This is ATL Sports End Game, where we ask you, what's the end game? You guys decide for yourself. We're gonna give you an evening back. Deuces.
Peace.
Oh boy.